Hey guys, so me and my crazy do are just drinking my pre-workout. Getting ready to go work out, but I thought I would quickly go over what I made this week since so many of you wanted recipes, and it's actually really good, so I'm really excited to share these recipes with you. So I'll tell you kind of what I prepped, and the recipes will be below in the description, but I'll tell you just sort of how everything's stored for the week and how I prepped it. For breakfast, I made that egg, chicken, kale, mushroom bake. So good, so easy to make. We will go over here. And I really just greased up a pan, threw it in there, and it's coming out super easy. Cut into 6 pieces. It's an 8x8 pan. And here we have it. I've ate half of it. It's just been hanging out in the fridge covered in foil. So good. I'll probably make it only last 5 days. I make everything. If it can't last 5 days, then I don't usually want to prep it because I want Monday to Friday covered because those are the busy run around work days usually when I want all my meals just ready to go. So I'll probably eat the last piece sometime before so that I don't have eggs sitting in the fridge for 6 days. Pushing it. Next, I also had for breakfast was chia seed. My fridge is kind of a mess. Chia seed pudding. 2 tablespoons of chia seed and 1/3 cup of the coconut milk, that kind. I'll show you in a sec here. Silk original coconut milk. And then I'm putting in, I put cinnamon in there, and right before I eat it, I just throw in, I throw in a cup of frozen mixed berries and then bring it to work and usually let it sit on the counter while I work for a little bit, and then I snack on it as I get hungry at work. And then the berries have started to thaw a little, but it's still really cold. So that's my breakfast. I sort of space them out though usually because I eat a bit, eat a bit, however I feel. Lunch is this chicken salad, and it's so good. So I just made a big batch, portioned it into equal sized portions in my jars. I just grab one of these, I take it to work. We have romaine at work that I can use, so I just make a plate of romaine and dump this on top. Otherwise you would just wash and cut up your own romaine and you could have that ready to go too, and then just take your lettuce and your salad and you're good to go for lunch. Then suppers. If you saw on my Instagram, I'd spiralized a sweet potato with my spiralizer. Worked so good, and it was like such an affordable spiralizer. It was like under $20 on sale at Stokes. I think the brand is Think Kitchen. It's a little green one. And so I did up one massive sweet potato and I made so much. So I'm using about a cup or so, but I bake these in the oven once I'm ready to make my supper. So I usually just toss them in a little bit of oil, salt and pepper, throw them in the oven for 15 minutes or so, and they kind of like crisp up and they're really good. Like they soften up but then they crisp up. They're really good. But they also get a lot smaller, so you could kind of do like a large cup or however much you want to measure out. I do about that much of that. Then I just have broccoli. I'm just like chopping it, steaming it quickly. I throw my broccoli in with them in the bowl with the sweet potato, and then I marinated this beef. And it has a sauce with it, which I'll have the recipe down below. So I made the sauce in a jar and just kept it until I was ready to cook all the beef because I didn't end up cooking it the same day. But, I mean, if you're doing it the same day, you don't need to do that. So I just cook this all. I keep the sauce just with the beef. And then I just I measure out 4 ounces of my beef, put that in with about a cup of steamed broccoli, about a cup of my sweet potato, and then that's my supper. And I drizzle a little bit of sauce each time onto it, and done. And it is so good. The meals this week were awesome. And then my other snacks are really just like my pre-workout. Then I have my post-workout shake, which is like protein and, I should show you this. I've been using this. I don't really need it as much now, but I had sort of bad tasting protein shakes before. And if you ever have a bad tasting protein shake but don't want to waste it because you bought it all, this stuff is your secret weapon. It is so good. I try to only use half a cup just because there is a lot of sugar in it, but it's good, and it will make it taste so much better if you have like a bad tasting protein powder. So I usually just put a little bit of the milks in, my protein powder, my BCAAs, what else am I putting in there? My powdered greens, stuff like that. Mix that up, so that's kind of another snack. And yeah, that's mostly my meals this week. So thanks for tuning in, and check you later.